Unfinished love. Unfinished love, oh. The story that never got to end properly. Unfinished love. Still sitting somewhere in my chest.
Unfinished love.
The chapter we never finished. Not because we stopped loving, but because life stepped in.
Unfinished love, oh.
God knows what to do with it. There was no fight, no betrayal. No one did anything wrong. Life just happened. Distance happened, timing happened, circumstances neither of us could control. Arrived and stood between two people who were not finished, loving each other, but could not continue the way they had started. And that is a different kind of pain from the ones everybody talks about, because there is no villain in this story. Nobody to be angry at, nobody who deserves blame. Just two people and the love that ran into something bigger than both of them, and had to pause in a place that never got the chance to call itself an ending.
Unfinished love
lives in the space between memory and missing. It is not active heartbreak, it is something quieter. A door that was never slammed shut, just left slightly open by circumstances that neither person asked for. And that openness carries its own specific weight.
Unfinished love
still sitting somewhere in my chest.
Unfinished love,
the chapter we never finished. Not because we stopped loving, but because life stepped in.
Unfinished love,
God knows what to do with it. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if the timing had been different, if the distance had not arrived when it did, if the responsibilities that pulled us in different directions had waited just a little longer. But I have learned not to live in what would have happened, because what would have happened is not a place a person can build anything real. And yet the love does not disappear just because the story paused. It sits quietly in a part of me that I do not visit often, but that I know is there, not controlling my life, not stopping me from loving again. Just presence, the way a closed room in a house is still part of the house, even when you do not go in there anymore. And I think God understands unfinished things better than we do, because He's not bound by the human need for every story to have a clean ending before it can be at peace. Some things He simply holds gently without requiring them to resolve on a human timeline, and that holding is its own kind of peace.
unfinished love
Still sitting somewhere in my chest.
Unfinished love,
the chapter we never finished. Not because we stopped loving, but because life stepped in.
unfinished love, oh.
God knows what to do with it. I want to talk about something that does not get talked about enough, and that is the love that never got a proper ending. Because most conversations about past relationships assume there was a clear conclusion, a breakup, a betrayal, a decision. But some of the most significant loves in a person's life did not end with any of those things they ended, the way a song fades out, rather than the way a song stops gradually, without a final note, without a moment you can point to and say, that was the end. And I think the reason this kind of love stays with people longer than they expect is not because they are stuck. It is because the story genuinely did not finish, and the human heart has a hard time filing away a story without an ending. But here is what I want to offer: not every story needs a human ending to be complete. Some stories are completed by God in ways we do not see. Maybe that love served exactly the purpose it was meant to serve for the season it was meant to exist in. And maybe the unfinished feeling is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something was real, because things that were never real do not leave unfinished feelings behind, only things that matter do. And if you are carrying an unfinished love, I wanna say you do not have to force a conclusion that life did not provide. You do not have to track that person down for closure. You do not have to pretend it never mattered to move forward. You can simply acknowledge this was real. It did not get to finish the way these things usually do. And I am giving it to God, who is not confused by unfinished things. The way we are, He can hold an unfinished story with more grace than we can, and He does. And He does. Ihunanya na rodioru amani meobi okachali nanu obui wenemerio cho dunani dumerio mere is not a sign that something is wrong. It is a sign that something was real, because things that were never real do not leave unfinished feelings behind, only things that matter do. And if you are carrying an unfinished love, I wanna say you do not have to force a conclusion that life did not provide.